This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV. I'm at CES 2011. I'm joined by Louis Russo, from VP of Marketing and Communications for Sensio. Welcome to the program, Louis.
Thank you very much, Neil.
Now, Louis, I'm seeing a lot happening here at your booth, at Sensio's booth at CES. Maybe you could elaborate on the different stations that we're seeing here.
Yes, this year at CES, we've actually launching three main new products. The first one is called Sensio Auto Detect, and what that does essentially is it will sense the format of the content that you're looking at and automatically adjust your TV set so that you're able to enjoy your show in 3D without touching your remote. That's a great advancement in user experience. The other one that we're actually launching as well is the S-3D switch. What that does is it allows you to see 3D content that you have recorded, for example, on your PVR, and watch it in 2D. Why is that important? Well, maybe you know that particular night you want to watch your content, but you have a headache, you don't feel like actually putting on your glasses. Your glasses are broken, your glasses are out of battery, so you can actually enjoy your content right there when you want it. And lastly, the last one is really the content, because there's a big problem with content, lack of content in the industry. So we're launching a Sensio iFi 3D content library, and that library can be licensed to VOD producers, whether on cable, satellite, or IP connectivity, for example, over the top for TVs. So those are the three main products that we're launching this year.
Okay, so let's talk about the core engine, what makes Sensio tick. Now, I understand you have a codec behind Sensio. Can you elaborate on what this is?
Absolutely. We have the Sensio 3D iFi, which is the highest fidelity frame-compatible format available today on the market. It allows you to have 95% resolution restitution compared to the original image, so that the image that you're seeing is like HD. You're actually seeing 3D without losing your HD like you would with any other frame-compatible format.
Okay, so for our viewers who aren't necessarily familiar, I take it in broadcasting, there's a reserved bandwidth for traditional 2D broadcasting. So how does a product like yours or a codec like yours fill the gap? What problem is it working to solve?
Well, in 3D, you actually need twice the amount of bandwidth to broadcast your image. You have your left and right eye, so that's twice the amount of bandwidth. So you need to be able to compress that in order to send it over the 2D infrastructure, which has been built for the HD world. And our codec actually allows you to use exactly the same bandwidth as HD would. So you don't need to change or do a forklift upgrade on all your equipment in the background to bring your 3D from your source to the destination.
Okay, excellent. Now, you mentioned that you've developed a library, I take it, of Sensio titles. Can you elaborate as to what's in your library?
Absolutely. It's all what we call alternative content. It's not blockbusters at this point, blockbusters movie. Those are going to be available on Blu-ray, for example. But it's going to be movies that people want to see. Movies that have been shot in 3D in the past, like content for IMAX, like Tahiti in 3D and movies like that. So documentaries, all type of different film, good movies that were done in 3D in the past and that we're bringing back to the market. There's going to be over 50 plus titles available during 2011 on this.
Excellent. Now, as you know, MTBS is largely comprised of gamers. We're very focused on the stereoscopic 3D gaming community. So what has Sensio been doing in the gaming markets?
Well, we have agreements with Ubisoft. We just launched before Christmas, like in November time frame, Shaun White skateboarding that you can actually see here, which is in Sensio iFi 3D. And this allows you to actually play in 1080p over an Xbox 360 or a PS3 without even upgrading your hardware or anything like that. So you're able to use your existing material and play stereoscopic games.
Maybe you could elaborate a bit on the problem or the challenge when it comes to 3D HDTVs and consoles between PlayStation and Xbox, and how Sensio fits into that.
It's actually a problem of bandwidth. There's too much information that needs to be sent from the console back to the TV. So you need to be able to compress that information in order to send it. The console actually thinks that he's talking to a 2D TV, so he's or in HD, so he's sending the same amount of information. The 3D TV is the one doing all the work to recreate the 3D effects.
So, like, I'll give you an example. Like, Call of Duty Black Ops by Activision. If you were to play it on an Xbox, it would likely go out in a side-by-side format. So imagine a 1080p image split in half, so kind of squished. Like each image is squished, and the TV then scales it into a full resolution left-right. How would your solution be advantageous over that?
So the idea is actually to have the best picture quality that you can have. Our Sensio Hi-Fi 3D format can actually bring the highest resolution to the game and allow you to see the best details and the highest resolution that you can have.
Okay, so what I'm gathering is instead of having a side-by-side format where you lose a lot of data in the same amount of bandwidth, Sensio's offering like a full HD image.
Absolutely, that's exactly it, Neil.
Excellent. Now, I understand that you have some new business relationships in the gaming market. Maybe you could elaborate a bit on that.
Absolutely. At the beginning of the CES, we actually announced a partnership with Darkworks. So they're going to be implementing Sensio Hi-Fi 3D into their engine. And they're planning on releasing a bunch of games next year that will be available in stereo in Sensio Hi-Fi 3D. It's been a very long show. And it's also going to be available to other game publishers that are using the Darkworks SDK, for example. So there should be a lot more content in the gaming side next year on this.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, Louis. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Neil, and see you next year.
Excellent. Well, you've been watching MTBS-TV at the Sensio booth, CES 2011. Thanks for watching.